Welcome to the Love Hub channel, where we discuss matters of the heart and give relationship advice to women. In today's episode, we are going to discuss the signs you are under spiritual attack. First, what is a spiritual attack? The dark forces will do everything in their power to drive a wedge between you and your loved ones. They will do everything that they can to destroy everything that is good and loving in your life. A great source for this is Susan Brenton's 10 Signs You Are Under Spiritual Attack. This is from the website spiritualunite.com. And in the article, she says, "A spiritual attack is always loud and gloomy. It comes to destroy you and your beliefs." We are going to link Ms. Brenton's article in the description box below. We believe that this will make a great resource for anybody that feels that the dark forces are trying to destroy their lives. Now remember, ladies, the Love Hub is a judgment-free zone. We don't judge women here. We are your safe space. Now let's get to the topic. Number 1, feelings of hopelessness. Even though everything around you is going great, you have excellent relationships with your friends, family, and coworkers, you don't really have drama with them, your debt is paid off, your career is going great, and yet you can't help but feel hopeless. Instead of being able to focus on the positive side of life, you can't help but look at everything that is going wrong. Things aren't just good enough. There's always something that can be fixed or can be better. This can be a spiritual trap because instead of appreciating the good things in your life, you are missing out on all the joy and laughter with your loved ones and your colleagues. And because you can't see the light and joy that is there for you, you instead focus on the darkness. And the darkness can bring you feelings of hopelessness. Number 2, conflicts in your relationships. Lately, you feel that your relationships with your loved ones are full of conflict and negativity, and you can't figure out why. You're always fighting with the people who love you. In the past, you were able to settle your differences in a calm and mature manner, but now you can't help but just argue with them. Your loved ones, like your friends, your family, your boyfriend, they're all telling you the same thing, that you're just so hard to deal with. You're always fighting with them. You can't help but feel so angry and despondent. And because you possess these feelings, you can't help but lash out over the littlest things, the smallest of mistakes. And that can bring a lot of conflict into your relationships with the people that you love. Number 3, you withdraw from the world. You used to be a social person. You love hanging out with your friends. You love meeting your family for lunch. And now you're just withdrawing from them. And when you think about it, there's really no good reason why. They're the same people. They haven't changed. They still treat you well. They still try to call you and get in touch with you. But you feel yourself pushing them away. You just want to be alone. Even though nothing has changed, you suddenly have doubts creeping into your mind about the very people that you love and trust the most. These doubts seem very real, and they start to cause a lot of inner conflicts. You start to wonder if your friends and family can be trusted, if your boyfriend really loves you. You start to doubt their word and their love. Number 4, you always think of the worst. It's normal to feel anxiety over things that you can't control. That is a human emotion that is natural and even healthy. But when you start to feel consumed by all of your worries and your fears, then that can be a troubling sign that you are under spiritual attack. When you are confronted with a situation, instead of thinking about the solutions to your problem, you instead focus on the worst outcomes. Again, it is normal to feel anxiety. It is normal to have doubts and fears about your future, your past, your present. But it is unhealthy when you start to be consumed by these feelings, when you can no longer think of a way to get out. Even the smallest problems seem huge. The obstacle seems so insurmountable. Even though people are telling you, hey, everything is going to be okay, this isn't a big thing, you're going to be fine, we're going to work through it, you're unable to believe in them. You just think of the worst. Which brings us to number 5. You feel so discouraged. This can also be tied to feelings of hopelessness. Even though things are going great in your life, you feel like something is wrong. You feel like something is holding you back and you just can't move forward. You want to enjoy time with your family and your friends. You want to cuddle with your boyfriend. You want to shower them with love and affection, but you're just not able to bring yourself to do so. You think to yourself, what's the point? The worst is going to happen. Somehow I'm going to lose them. My boyfriend is going to break up with me. There's just no hope. No matter how many times your boyfriend or your family says, I love you, you're not able to process it. Number 6, you snap at the smallest things. You just find yourself so irritable. For example, you told your boyfriend to go out and get groceries. You told him that you specifically needed olive oil. Well, he ended up buying peanut oil. And that really irritated you. You ended up snapping at him, and this causes a huge fight. When you think about it, you blew up over a different type of oil. That's not really something that you should be picking a fight with your boyfriend with, but you just couldn't help yourself. The littlest things can set you off and you can't stop yourself. Number 7, you've lost your faith. Now, this can be your faith in God, your faith in whoever it is that you worship, but it could also mean your faith in humanity and the world. For example, you're a spiritual person. You've always prayed to God. You have a great relationship with Him. But lately, you find yourself turning away from Him. You're no longer able to pray or have conversations with Him at night. You just don't feel like talking to Him anymore. You start to doubt His existence. Same goes with people who are not religious. You used to have faith and hope in humanity. You believed in them. But now, you fear that everything is just going to fall apart, that humanity will never progress and move forward. All these feelings of hopelessness, discouragement, isolation, anger, these can be signs that you are under a spiritual attack. But it will be remiss of us not to mention that these feelings are also human emotions. We are all bound to experience them. But don't let them overwhelm you, whether you believe in spiritual attacks or not. If you feel all this negativity, it's important for you to stand up to it. Don't let it discourage you. Don't let it keep you down. Don't let it make you lose hope for the world, because it is still a beautiful world that has a lot to offer you.